when I started doing this project, and I started traveling to all these cities around the world, or I'm sorry, around the country, and again, looking at it from a food lens, what, and I pose this question to you as I do to everyone, like, what thread binds us together as Americans in terms of our food, right? Because the way you eat in New Orleans versus the way someone eats in Seattle or someone eats in Southern California or the Midwest is so different. And there's almost no continuity. There's almost nothing. And it always makes me think, like, what is it about it? Like if you go to Italy, there's some sort of chain that binds it all together, France or Asia or, South America. And I look at America and I look at it's all of its, vastness. And I look at all the different layers and I go, I don't know what binds us as Americans, what holds us together as Americans in the food space. But then you take it to another level and go, what makes us Americans? And I think that's the ultimate question. And the ultimate question for me is, in that vast sort of definition of America, where's my place in it? Where do I belong in it as this immigrant of Korean kids who grew up in Brooklyn but cooks Southern food and lives in the South, but doesn't quite belong in the South, but in part of the South. And, and I think all of us are just looking for our place in this world. And when it comes to a culinary or cultural landscape in America, like, where do I fit in? And I don't have the answer for that, but one of the things that I did realize was in writing this book, like, it's our diversity that is the only thing that I can really say that's truly American is our diversity, right? I spent a week in Italy like a couple of years ago because my friend got married there, so I had to spend a week in the same town, and it was the region where I can't remember the name. It was the region where they make pesto. Uh-huh. And for the first 2 days, I was in heaven because I was like, this is the best. It was amazing. And by the third day, I was like, does anyone know a Chinese restaurant in this town? Because I'm kind of sick of pesto. And by the fourth day, I was just like, I can't eat another bite of this thing. And I just wanted anything. But there, they never get sick of it. There, they don't want anything else. They go, and I was like, can I just even get like a spicy red sauce? They were like, we don't. We make pesto.
We make pesto.
And we make seafood pasta, but we don't put lemon in it because it's not. Lemons don't grow here, and just that kind of very strict traditionalism, which is fine for that part of Italy, would never fly here because we demand diversity. We want diversity in our food. We want to wake up and eat fried chicken and have an Indian food for lunch and have hummus for dinner. And that's not even weird. But it's something...
Because we're American.
Because we're American. But it's something that in any other country would be such a luxury, would be such a weird thing because you don't do that. You don't eat outside of your class or your race or your whatever it is. And here, that's the one thing that I can find about this country that we can all agree on is that we like our food, and we like our food to be very different. We want choices and we want diversity. And so if we just take that as a starting point, then we can, see it through all the other circles of culture and be like, of course, where would we be without immigrants and their food and their
cultures? We wouldn't be.
Yeah.